Good afternoon, students. Today I will continue with the chapter learning. As we have discussed in the previous class about what is learning or definition of learning and its nature, how it's behave, how it's help individual. Today we are going to discuss about the various characteristics of learning. So, see, number one, learning is growth. See, when we are growing, generally we tell that it is of our physical growth. But see, the growth does not only indicate its physical but also mental. So, physical, mental and all the various aspects of development is helping us to learn. So as we are learning, simultaneously as we are learning, we are growing in both way, that is physical and mental. So as we are experiencing, as we are gaining new knowledge, we are developing ourselves, we are growing ourselves, we are helping ourselves to behave in a different way. So learning is also a type of growth. Number two, learning is adjustment. Now see, we all are social human being, isn't it? So we have to live in a society. If we do not adjust, if we do something which is illegal, which is incorrect for the society, then the society will not accept us. So in case of learning is also helping us to adjust with other and with the society. See, we cannot in a social gathering, when all are behaving in a way, we cannot behave in a different way. We have to behave the same, isn't it? Sometimes we feel like we do not like the situation what is going on, but still we have to keep mum because we are adjusting with the society. But if you do something different, then all will say you, all will blame you, and all will pinpoint on you that you are behaving in a different way. So learning is adjustment. So learning is also helping us to adjust, because you will see in case of children, before going to a social gathering, mothers used to say, don't cry over there, everyone will say you bad boy. Like that, we all are running behind adjustment with all and adjustment with the society, and only learning through experience is teaching us how to adjust with the society. Next point, learning is organizing experience. This is nothing to say. See, in day-to-day life we are experiencing plenty of activities, plenty of events are coming. Some events we keep it in mind for a long time, and some things we forget just after 1 second, isn't it? So it is organizing experience. So through learning you are organizing the experience, you are bringing them together, and some desirable behavioral changes you are bringing in you. So organizing experience means, suppose different in a day, different time, different 5 experience you have gathered, and now you are organizing and you are taking out a solution. Suppose you are facing a problem and you are asking various people and they are giving different opinions. As it happens, if you ask many people, different opinions will come from different people, and finally at the end of the day you are organizing them and you are experiencing a new behavior and you are getting a new solution to it. So learning is organizing experience. Number 4, learning is purposeful. It is quite obvious. See, everything, whatever activity we are doing is purposeful. Now I am teaching you because I am a teacher and it is my duty to teach you. So there's a purpose. You are you are hearing to me what I am telling. That is also with a purpose, because you want to learn, you want to know, you have to read the book, schools are closed. So this means whatever activity I have given this example because this is happening just now. This is happening. So I am teaching you and with a purpose, and you are listening to me with a purpose. So around us all over the environment, whatever happening is with a purpose. So as I have in the previous class, I have told you, when you read more, because your exam is coming, you have a purpose to get a good marks, teachers will appreciate you for your good marks, isn't it? So, and you will also be happy for that. So everything whatever we are doing with a purpose. So learning is purposeful. So whatever you are learning is always not only in this process, teaching learning process, you are not only learning, I am also learning, because I am learning you how to teach and how I am gathering experience. So whatever we are doing in a day, whatever we are what activity we are doing in a day is with some purpose. So learning is purposeful. Next, number 5, learning is active. Now learning is active means what? See, unless and until the learner is active, no one can help the person to learn. Now suppose the teacher is teaching you and you are unmindful for any reason. Maybe some reason is there, but you are unmindful. At the end of the class, when ma'am will ask you, you cannot answer. So your learning is incomplete, we will consider, isn't it? Because maybe I am teaching with my effort, you are also trying to learn, but your mind is not okay, because your mind is somewhere else, you are not listening to me. That is why the learning is not taking place. And so active word is used because you should be active when you are learning. The learner or the subject who is going to learn must be active from inside. Otherwise the learning will not take place. Next point, learning is both individual and social. As I have explained just in the previous point that we are a social being, isn't it? So when we are bringing modification in our behavior, aside we are changing our behavior, we are changing our attitude, and the reflection is also on the society. So learning is not only affecting individual, but it is affecting the society as well. Next point, learning teaches adaptability. That is also a part. Again I have to tell that being a part of the society, many opinion and many people are there whom you cannot agree with, isn't it? But still, being in a group you have to agree, because majority of the people are agreeing. So even if you are not willing to do that, you sometimes we have to do, and that is called adaptability. When we are adjusting ourselves, when we are adapting ourselves with the surrounding or with the environment, it is called adaptability. So learning is teaching us how to adapt others, how to adapt others' opinion, and how to adjust with the decision which others has taken, though we do not agree with it. Last point, true learning affects the conduct of the learner. See, when we are learning something from heart, or we are thinking something, not only learning does not only means bookish learning, isn't it? What we have discussed, whatever we are experiencing, what we are gathering knowledge through the day-to-day life, it is teaching us continuously. It is teaching us that it is correct, it is incorrect, it should be done, it should not be done, and do's and don'ts of our lives. So when the learner is learning something correctly, it is also affecting its conduct. Conduct means the way of behaving or the way of reacting or the reactions whatever the learner or the subject is giving. Means learning affect the conduct of the learner. So how the learner is behaving, how the learner will realize from within that yes, this behavioral change should be brought in myself. So according to that, the learner or the subject is changing. So, and according to the behavioral change, the entire environment is changing, and thus we will consider that the behavior of the learner or the conduct of the learner has become better. So these are all about the characteristics of the learning. Next day we will discuss about different types of learning, and finally we will discuss about the effect of learning on education. So just one recapitulation: learning is growth, learning is adjustment, learning is organizing experience, learning is purposeful, learning is active, Learning is both individual and social. It teaches adaptability, and finally, when the learner is learning perfectly or becoming true learner, the conduct of the learner is becoming good. So, thank you very much for today, and next day we will start with a new part of this chapter.